Hey Soloists, welcome back to, I'm up to turn 2 of Heroes of Might and Magic board game. Heroes of Might and Magic number 3 to be precise. And just as a quick reminder, I've got 8 rounds in this game to go. I'm just about to hit into round 2. But if I don't finish by the end of 8th round, that's the end of this game. So I've got to get to the AI, who, by the way, normally I believe after my turn they would have their turn, but in this scenario they just stay put. They just stay still in this tutorial scenario, just make things assume a bit easier with a little bit less rules for the first scenario. So I had the end of the turn. I don't have any end of turn effects. So what would happen next is normally it would be in the normal game an astrology round where you draw an astrologer's proclaimed card and you read the effects, what might happen. But in this scenario, it said that every round's a resource round. The unfortunate thing with that, I don't have any mines flagged at all yet. And in this scenario, we start with 0 production for everything, including the gold, because we don't have a town, technically. Okay, so we don't get anything from that. What I can do is flip back my population. I can now reinforce. Obviously, I can't buy a spell book because I don't have a mage guild because I have no town. And I can't construct anything, so that stays cancelled as well. As a quick reminder, we're at level 2 here, so we get to draw up 4 cards here. And from what I believe, when you read the rulebook, when you're drawing up, you have the option to discard what's anything in your hand, then draw back up. Now, with this power card, this helps me. I've got 1 spell on my deck at the moment. This will help me with my magic arrow to make it more stronger. Do I keep it in my deck? I think I will. There's a chance I might draw my arrow card here because I don't have too many cards left to draw. So let's keep it, and I'll draw another 3 cards. So, I do have magic arrow. It's excellent. So now I've got that extra power. I can make this worth 2 damage instead of 1. The third card I'll draw is my Crusaders special card, which is great timing because I just bought some Crusaders. And an extra attack card. Okay. So that's my hand for the round. A couple of things to tidy up that I didn't put on last time. So this water wheel and the skeleton that I visited here, and when I defeated the enemies here, these are visitable locations, and in this game, you can only visit them once. So once I've pillaged that area, they don't reappear unless it says so in the scenario. So I put black cubes there to represent that I've already been there. As a recall too, remember, we get our movement back, of course. But if I go into this area onwards, these 2 next tiles, they're the snow path. So I'll automatically lose 1 movement point if I go through there. So to make things simple, let's just go through there. I don't want to change track and go down here. I mean, I could go down here and try and buy a spell. But I've only got 2 gold. I do have 1 valuable that I could trade for more gold, but I might keep it for now. So let's continue this turn. What I might do, it's a bit of a waste of a turn, this one really, but I'm going to go into here, which costs me 1. I also lose 1 for going into the snow path, and I'll gain an experience, and that's only a half experience point, which doesn't really do much for me, but that's just going to slot right into there. So the half experience point doesn't do much for me, but I am tempted to go here to do this fight, but I've only got 1 round to this fight, otherwise I'll lose overall. So that's a bit dangerous. So what I might do is just move 1 here. Now on this snow path, as I read out last time, you get double bonuses. So I'm going to get 6 gold going into there. So that will be extremely handy. So I've got 2 lots of 3s here, 6 more gold. As a side note too, I do have a pack of Crusaders, a pack of Halberdiers, and and a pack of Marksmen. So I could reinforce if I wanted to for this turn. And I have, I've got 8 gold. If I do want to have a look what I can purchase for 8 gold. And as another reminder, as opposed to the PC game, you don't have to be in your town to be able to purchase, to recruit your units. I could get my Zealots. They cost me 8, and that's exactly what I've got. Maybe let's get them. I can't make them a pack yet though, but let's get the Zealots. Yeah, why not? So they cost $8, or 8 gold, sorry. So that's all my gold that I've got. I'm going to spend for those guys, and that's going to be my recruit for the round. And Zealots go into my hand of units. there's no combat this round. It was a nice and quick round. Do I want to discard anything from my hand? Actually, that's happens after. So let's move into round 3. As always, guys, if I've made a mistake between rounds there, please let me know. We'll get a movement back. I'm in the snow path, so I'm only going to have 2 movement. And cards-wise, do I want to ditch any? I could ditch the attack, perhaps, to see what else I've got, but I'm pretty happy with that. I might keep this hand. Yeah, I might keep this hand. Don't think there's anything much better. I mean, logistics would be handy to try and draw back out again. To cycle through, but I might just keep it. Now I've got an option here. I can move into the settlement here. Now settlement would start generating some income for me per round, which would be fantastic. So I'm generating 0 income at the moment. Or I can do a free reinforcement, but I think income would be great so I've still got a few more rounds left. That's a level 3 though there. So I'll be taking on a level 3 enemies, or I could go in here, since it's double bonuses, go into here and try and get 2 artifact, which would be great at level 2. I'm not sure which one to go to first. Since I have no money, maybe go to level 3 first here. I can generate some money from here. So I'm going to spend 1 movement to go into the settlement, and we're going to go for a level 3 combat. So we're heading into a combat here. This is a level 3 combat at normal. I'm playing on normal, so I'm going to draw 2 bronze enemies and a silver. So a little bit of a step up, but an extra enemy, that's a silver as well. So we'll see where we go here. I've got my field set up, so I believe as the attacker, I set up my field first. And knowing that they sort of go strongest top to bottom, keeping in mind, I've got a couple of abilities here. So I've got 3 guys with pack with extra abilities. So my marksman, if a target is a non-adjacent unit, attack this target again. So I don't think I did that last time. I have to remember this. Or maybe because it wasn't reinforced. So if a target is a non-adjacent unit, attack this target again. So I get to do 2 attacks with the marksman, so I want him to go first. Crusaders, I've got right in the middle here. And I can re-roll every 0 on the unit's attack die. It's pretty decent too, 4 attack, 2 defense. And I've also got my Crusader card I can use with this as well, which would be great. My Halberdiers are at the top. They've got a bit of extra defense here. When this unit is targeted by any attack, you can discard a card to ignore the attack die as a result. So if I don't like it, do that. Zealots, no special ability. If I do upgrade them, they get 1. Ignore the combat penalty against adjacent units. So yeah, they don't have any melee penalty, but they attack for 3, 1 defense, 5. They just have a bad initiative to start with. Now let's draw our enemies. Neutral units are coming, so I've got 2 bronze and a silver. So let's go. So bronze unit, I've got some rogues. So rogues, once during your turn, look at the top card from any deck, then put it back on the top of the bottom of that deck. Does that apply for me? Once during your turn. It's on the map. So that's a map ability. I don't know how that works for a neutral. It's a bit weird. I'm just going to ignore it. So they got 2 attack, 1 defense. So they're not too bad. They're slightly better initiative, but I'm attacking, so I get to go first. Zombies, bad initiative. This is not a bad one to draw. If the attacker resolves a 0 or +1, they gain an extra defense. Okay. And Pegasi. 3 attack. So this is the silver unit, 3 attack, 5, 8 initiative, so they're going to come flying at me. Whenever an enemy casts a spell, they must discard an additional card with... Whenever an enemy casts a spell, they must discard an additional card with a spell book. Oh, so you make your spells cost more. That's nasty. Anyway, they're initiative 8, so they're going to go first in this list. Initiative 6 and 3. So the way it works with these ones, they alternate. So rogues will then go third, which kind of sucks, but at least the zombies go last. Alrighty, so got the neutral units set up. So the zombie guy, he's from the Necropolis faction. This rogue's actually got no faction associated, as you would know if you played the PC game as well. And this Pegasus come from... so this isn't out of the stretch goals box. This one's actually come out of the Ramparts expansion. It's a beautiful image, that one. Yeah. And I've got my setup here. I apologise at the bit of glare here with the especially with these ones with the foil back to the pack. It's a bit hard to see, but hopefully it helps a little bit to see them initiative order anyway. So the Pegasus is going to go first. And it says here, whenever an enemy casts a spell, they must discard an additional card with a spell book. So unfortunately my magic arrow is going to be a bit dodgy until the Pegasi is removed from the field. It has 5 health and 3 attack here. When it activates here, it's going to aim at, so according to the rules, will try to aim at someone at the same tier level. So it's going to try and attack another silver, which is either my Crusaders or, Crusaders or the Zealots. And I think after that it's in priority order of like what's closest. So he's going to try and attack here. So he's going to 1, 2. Yeah. I assume that's how it's going to move. I think it's my preference. I could go, so 1, 2, no, you can't do anything else. I was thinking he might be able to go here somehow just so he can fit more enemies in, but no, he's going to go there. And he's going to attack my Crusaders. So, they roll a die. Now I'm going to see. I don't think I have any defense here, do I? No, I can't cast my spell because it's not my turn yet. Yeah, so it'll be good to play that. Actually, I'll probably play that. That's not a spell. So the unit gains 1 extra defense. What is the defense in the Crusaders? 2. These Pegasi attack for 3, so I should be pretty good here. Don't think I'll waste it on that yet. No, I don't think so either. So he's going to roll the die. -1. So it attacks for 2. My defense is 2. It does 0 damage to me. That's excellent. Good news. It's the Pegasi done. Marksman are next. And I get to attack twice here with the Marksman. Yeah, this rogue can hit either of my... I suppose so can the zombie. So which one's more dangerous? Rogue hits for 2 attack. Zombie also hits for 2 attack. So it doesn't really matter. Let's aim at the rogues and try and take them out. They do have 3 health but 1 defense. So I get to attack twice. It's the same target twice. Let's add +1 attack to the first roll. Although I can empower it. Let's empower it, make it +2 attack. I've got 1 empower token for the round. -1. So what's that? So it's actually +1 attack in the end, which will be 3 attack on the rogues, which have 1 defense and 3 health. So 2 will go through. Unfortunately, it's still alive. But I get to attack again. I assume this extra attack is now gone. Let's attack the rogue again. 0. So it's just 2 attack, 1 defense. We'll defeat the rogue. That's great news. I probably should kill that Pegasus so I can use my magic arrow, actually. Because otherwise I can't use it. I could have empowered it, I guess. It's 2. Go on, so the rogue's out. My Crusaders then get to go next, which is fantastic. Let's get them to hit this Pegasi. Or do I attack the zombie who hasn't attacked yet? There's a chance we could get through this round without having to use another movement. As I've said before, when you're doing these combats, if you have to go for another round, you have to spend a movement token during neutral attacks. I'd love to spend the magic arrow, but this Pegasi, whenever an enemy casts a spell, they must discard an additional card with that. Yes. So I guess I could cast a spell for 0. You're allowed to do 1 spell per turn. Per round, sorry. So I would have to discard this, but it would only be at the 0 level. That's what that means, which only does 1 damage. And it goes through armor. Magic arrow as well. Let's see how we go here. So we'll add this. The effect doubles for the Crusaders unit, so your selected unit gains +2 attack here. Okay, excellent. So +2 attack, you already attacks for 4. +1, that's an attack of 5. 5 +2 is 7 attack, which will defeat the Pegasi. Excellent, it's going well. Pegasi's out. I could move. I might move. No, I'll leave him there. I think I can move across here. This guy's bronze. He'll try to aim at another bronze level, which will be the halberdiers, which he can make. I'll stay there. Halberdiers now get to go. Movement of 3, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I could now use magic arrow. In fact, I will. So I'm going to empower it with 1, which will do 2 damage straight up. The zombies. I'm going to attack with halberdiers. 0, which is 3 attack. Now it's got a special here. If the attacker receives a 0 or +1 on the attack die, they gain a defense. So I've got 1 defense now with 2 health. Halberdiers hit for 3, which is enough to kill it. Good news. So it did it all in 1 round. That's fantastic. Alrighty, let's move on. Alrighty, come back here. So now I get to flag this settlement. Yeah, I've got a choice here. I can either step up once on my income board for either gold, building materials, or valuables, which I'll probably do. I'll probably do gold by 1 step, which I'll talk about on my mat in a moment. The other option you can do if you want to is reinforce one of your units for half the price. But since it's still round 3 in the game, but to be the end of round 3 to round 4, it's still a few more rounds to generate some income. So I think I'm going to go with the resource generation. The other thing I didn't do either is I forgot to get double rewards on this experience, because it says bonuses on the snow path are twice as much. So I should get my second experience as well. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so still got relatively no money. But what I might do here, and I think this is what the recommendation is from the designer himself. Going up 1 step only gives you 5 gold, and the first step here is 10. Because without a town, I have 0 and 0 gold. So if you put it there, that represents getting 5 gold per round. So I'm going to go up 1 step per that. I've got also a reinforcement, but I can't really do anything this round because I've got no money. I've only got 1 valuable, which I can't spend on recruiting at all. Let's gain that extra level that I forgot to get. I've now got a hand of 5, which I should have had for that battle, but that's okay. If anything, I've hindered myself during the battle. But I'll get to level up. Let's get a search 2 for an ability card. Search 2 ability card, so I could get diplomacy. But this one's more handy for dwellings that I own. And dwellings are like on my town, like buildings I create. So this is not going to do well for me. I can skip combat with neutral units on a field whose field difficulty is equal to your hero's level. Visit the field, this hero gains no experience. You still got to visit the field. Skip combat. That can be kind of handy. Let's search 2. So I've got armorer. So I can get an extra defense and draw a card. That could be kind of cool. Or sorcery. Extra spellbook and draw a card. I just don't have that many spells on my deck to warrant that, I don't think. So let's go the armorer. I think it's a bit simpler too, since I don't have any spells, and a bit more applicable. So I'm going to add that to my hand right now. I've got a hand of 1 card here. Also defeating that level 3, I'll go up half a step. It's the same level as me, because technically I would have been on level 3. It's the same level as me, I'll go up half a step. Alrighty, I do have 1 more movement left. I'm very tempted to do this fight, but it is a little bit dangerous if in case I do take more than 1 round, then it's an automatic loss for the scenario. So what I'm going to do with this last movement, and I've only got 1 card in my hand as well, is just to reveal this last tile. On the snow path, anyway. Okay, so we've got here, we've got a level 3 mine. Got a Fountain of Youth, which I could talk about later, what that does. Unfortunately, the middle path is inaccessible, so it's going to take me longer to get around, especially for the snow path. So perhaps it's best to do that or that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So we're going to go Fountain of Youth and then the level 3 there. Alrighty, well, that's probably the end of that round. AI does nothing, as always in this scenario. So that's 3 rounds down, round 4. Start the 4th round. Every round's a resource round. I now get 5 gold, which is great. So I'm getting some extra gold, so I got 5 gold up. Probably not enough to buy any griffins or anything. Actually, yeah, the griffins are only 4, so I could probably get them into my team soon. Because I do need, you're allowed to have up to 5 units in your team. So it'd be good to get one more unit in. I'll flip over, I mean I didn't use it last round, but I'll flip this back over to be able to reinforce. And then we draw some cards. I haven't flagged any mines, no. So I've got this card in my hand. I might keep that in my hand because it lets me draw another card as well, so I think that's pretty handy. And I get to reshuffle. Oh, actually, no, I don't yet. Actually, I'll still do. I'll draw 2 more cards. So I've got a defense card and leadership card. We haven't talked about morale tokens yet. Morale tokens are like little one-off abilities that you can use to like draw another card or discard your hand, draw up some hand, or like re-roll a die. That's good handy. I have a hand of 5 cards now, so being at level 3. So I'll shuffle up my deck. Okay, let me draw 2 more. I've got another attack card. And I've got my magic arrow. Okay. I've actually changed my mind with this one here. I might go like that. After looking at what this magic spring does, it just lets me return a card to my hand from the discard pile. And a level 2 army won't do anything for my experience at all. Well, level 3 one will. An extra gold here would help too, especially on the snow path with double bonus. And this gives me an automatic 5 as well. So I think this is the better way to do it. I've got my 2 movement being on the snow path. So let's move. Or do I reinforce first, actually? I've got 5 gold. Let's reinforce, actually. I'm going to spell my reinforce. I'm going to get my griffins. They cost 4. So I keep $1. And spend the 4 to get griffins into my army. And I'm allowed to have a max of 5 units in my army, which would be great here in a moment. Let's move in, and we're going to take on, with 1 movement there, take on a level 3 army. Alrighty, so I've drawn my 2 bronze and silver. The first bronze is skeletons. After revealing skeletons, if you control a necromancer hero, immediately reinforce one of your bronze units. Not the case for me. With the skeletons there, they've got an initiative of 4, so they're towards the back. Another necromancer unit. Initiative 7, the wraiths. Remove up to 2 blood from this unit. So when it activates, that means when it activates, it will remove up to 2 wounds off it. Ooh, that's a bit nasty. It's got initiative of 7, so it's going to go first. Okay, well at least it won't get to use its ability of healing. And what we've got here, Gorgonzola, the Gorgonzolas. After the attack, so they've got 4 attack, 2 defense. That's tough. 4 health, 4 attack. Oh my god. After the attack, roll 2 attack dice. On 2 minus 1 results, reduce the attacked unit's health to 0. After the attack, so you attack them first, so you could kill them first, but if you don't, you roll 2 attack dice. On 2, if you get 2 negative 1s, the unit goes down to 0. Nasty. That's like an automatic death. Alright. So they're a unit, so we're attacking, so they're going to go between the zealots and halberdiers here, because you alternate if you've got the same speeds. Okay, let's get the miniatures out. Alrighty, let the battle begin. So wraiths go first. So they're going to try and heal for 2, which they can't do. And they move towards, so they're going to move this way here. They're technically flying, but they can't move to the back anyway. 1, 2, yeah, they can't reach the archers anyway, but they would go for the halberdier. And they're going to roll the die, they attack for 2. Let's check what I've got. The magic arrow. I do have leadership. I could draw 2 more cards and gain a morale token. I can get some defense. So they attack for 2. My halberdiers have a defense of 1. And when this unit is targeted by any attack, you can discard a card to ignore the attack dice rolls. Dice roll result. So if he rolls a +1, he will kill my halberdiers. We'll turn them into a few. Discard a card. I might as well just get the +1 defense. So just aim for the +1 defense. I do have 1 in power, being at level 3. He rolls, he gets a +1. I'm glad I got the extra defense. So that's 3 attack. Halberdiers block 1, and it also got an extra defense. So it'd be block 2, and then 1 damage goes through the halberdier, so it still stays out of pack. Beautiful. I could have ignored this too, but maybe I'll do that next time. Okay, now it's my go. The marksman gets to attack twice. They attack for 2. Can I do my magic arrow? I may as well. Well, let's do the empowered version of this, I think. An attack. Yeah, let's do the empowered version of this. I'm going to draw 2 cards, then gain a morale token. Okay, so let's draw 2 cards. Got my logistics card, that's fantastic, so I get extra movement on empty fields. And I've got my Crusaders card, that's great. Excellent, can time up for that one. They're up next. Yeah, do I do my magic arrow? I don't have any other spell power. So I've used my power. I've got it. I should get in a morale token actually. So this morale token, I could spend it to draw a card. I could also spend it to discard any cards from a hand to draw up that many cards. Or I could spend it to re-roll a die that I've thrown. So I'm just going to put it there to remind me. I may or may not use it. So I've got a couple extra cards here. A magic arrow. Just do 1 damage to someone. I can do that any time on my turn. I believe. I don't think it's like an outside of my turn thing. Yeah, let's maybe just save it for now. Now I couldn't hit the Gorgons with it. Have a think. Yeah, so confirming the rulebook, it does pull up the PC game where I've got to use the magic first before activating one of my guys. So maybe I'll just use this for the 1 damage to hit the Gorgons. Since I've got 2 armor, let's go straight through armor. So it's down to, oops, that's the wrong one. So it's down to 3 health. With the Crusaders, I'm also going to play this. On the Crusader, I'm going to give it 2 extra attack. So +2 to attack, so it attacks for 6, and let's go forward 1. And let's try and take out this Gorgons. Actually, it's my marksman going, isn't it? Let's go back a step. Oopsie. Marksmen get to go twice. They attack for 2. I do have an attack card. Let's use it. +1 attack. Because I've already used my power. They're attacking for 3. And let's go for the skeletons. -1, so it hits for 2. I get to attack again, so that's 2 damage to skeletons. They've got 1 health left. I'm going to get to attack again. -1's 1 attack. They have no defense, luckily, so that is gone for skeletons. Okay, good. I could move him, but I'm just going to move him there. Crusaders, now I'll get to move forward. Now I'm going to play my Crusader card. This one here, give the extra 2 attack. Yeah, so it's got 6 attack. +1, 7 attack. -2 is 5. That will defeat the Gorgons. Excellent. Yes, I was worried about those guys, but now I have no fear. Wraiths are still in play on there. So the Griffins. Movement 3. I don't think we can attack with the Griffins actually. 1, 2, 3. No. Move up to 3 spaces. Maybe let's protect my marksman. You can defend, I think. I think I'm trying to learn how to move on defense. When a unit with a defense token is attacked. Let's see. Let's just. We better look at that. I don't have a defense token on me at the moment, but let's just put this here. So you can move and then defend. And what defend does, it makes you. When they attack, they roll another die. And if it's a +1, you actually get an extra defense. Which is fair enough. So it stops that +1 from doing an extra attack. It guarantees no extra attack, which is pretty cool. It's my go. The Griffins did that. Zealots had to go. They roll a die. So we're shooting from the back line, but to someone over here, so there's no penalty. +1, so it's 4 attack from the Zealots. That will take these guys out. That's actually fantastic. Excellent. So there goes the Wraiths. My team is killing it, and I get to keep my morale token. Yay! Alrighty, let's go back to the map. So what we did here, we defeated this. We put a blue cube on it. I just got to get another blue cube. Excuse me. I thought I had some somewhere. Obviously not. There's a blue cube there. And that's going to get me 5 gold per turn on my town board, which I'll show you in a moment. I actually should be leveling up first, but I'll do that in a moment. Get 5 gold per on my game board. I also should get 5 gold instantly because I'm the first person to do it. I'm just going to get a bit of extra coin here. So 5 gold comes into my possession as well. That's great news. Yeah. So, get extra 5 gold per turn, so I'm generating 10 gold per turn here. I also defeated at level 3, so it gives me a half an experience, which maxes me out at level 4. That's the max for this scenario. I now get 2 in power, which I assume, I'm not sure how this works. I've used 1 this round. I'm assuming I get to have 1 more this round if I wanted to, which means I could use logistics, which would be great. Yeah, I'm not sure that's how that works. Yeah, doing that lets me get my level 4 Crusader card to my hand. So if ongoing for this combat, your selected unit's health is increased by 1, and it's double for Crusaders, so nice. So that goes to my hand. Yeah, I might use the extra movement actually. I've got a 2nd in power for this turn, so let's use that to gain +1 movement. And let's go back to the map. Because I'm still on the snow path, I gained an extra movement, which is fantastic here. Let's move 1 down here. There's no armies at that position. I gain 6 because it's double bonus. In fact, here, actually, I've got to double check that. I don't think I get the double bonus. I'll double check in a moment. But here, I definitely get +6 gold coins, which makes me like super rich at the moment. Could reinforce really well soon. Although I am limited to my silver units in this scenario, I can't get any gold units. Let me just double check the bonus on that. It says here mine and somewhat production remains unchanged, but I assume the bonus I get for flagging it first, I still get the extra 5 gold, which should be 10 gold. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to double that, but I don't double the production. Actually, on second thought, I've decided not to. I'm just going to leave it as is. Hopefully someone can clarify that for me. I should put a black cube here that I visited here. Can't do it again. Okay, and I've got 1 more movement point. Let's reveal this last tile down here. And this tile, I believe, is not on a snow path, I don't think. And there's the obelisk I'm trying to get to. But they specifically asked this tile to be here. Ooh, a witch's hut, a level 4 attack, it just gives me some extra stuff. A tree of knowledge, which I don't really need because I can't get any higher points. I need to think about which way I want to turn this. Alrighty, so on this new map here, this witch's hut lets me draw the top card of the ability deck and either put it in the discard pile or put it to my hand. That can be kind of cool. Trading post we've seen before over here. I can trade some of my goods or remove a card from my deck. But at trading post you can't remove like basic statistics cards and stuff, so I think that's okay. This one here is interesting. It's a level 4 army. I was thinking of possibly going down here to test myself out, whether it's worth it or not. And if I win, I get to roll 2 treasure die and choose one. So I'm hoping I'll maybe roll a... what's the chances of getting an artifact? Well, 2. There's 1/3 chance, so it's possibly worth doing. Experience is no good, and the building materials is no good. So maybe that's not worth it either. That gets me valuables per round. Tree of knowledge gives me experience, which is not worth it either. So I think I've rotated the right way here. Witch's hut's probably the most main thing I'd get out of this. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. I think I did use my reinforcement this round because it's on cancelled. So let's end the round. So up to round 5. It sounds like we're in time. I could go back this way, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. We'll keep moving. Obelisk is our next target here. Alright, so it's a resource round. So we generate 10 gold. So I'm gonna grab that. And here, what's it, 20? I got 10 gold in there somewhere. That's a tenner. They're kind of gimmicky cool. So I'm generating plenty of gold at the moment. I already got morale. I don't need to go there for more morale. Even if I do gain more morale, I can just spend my token straight away and get another one. Could be handy. And then we get our movement points back. This is not the snow path anymore, so I don't lose a point as soon as I get on there. I do have Armourer and Crusaders. Both kind of good cards. I do draw a hand of 5. I may keep them. Let's keep them. I'll draw 3 more cards. So I get a defense card. Power card though, yeah, I don't really have anything that's going to help me. Oop. Otherwise, let's go. I think that's all I need to do, isn't it? I'm going to flip this back to reinforce, which I might spend straight away. Actually, I've got a lot of money. Yeah, so who have I got? Who am I missing here? So but these guys are all packs. I don't have my Griffin as pack or Zealots as packs. They cost 6 to go up. These guys cost 12. Ignore the combat penalty against adjacent guys. Still the same, but they're just better. 3, 1, 5. They attack for 4, which would be great. And being ranged as well. How much money do we have here? We've got 10, 13, 16. 19, 20, 21, 22, $22. I think I'm going to do both. So let's spend. Let's go to my town. Technically, I don't have a town. I do have a settlement. So I'm going to spend my reinforcement token. Going to reinforce. I can't get any gold guys in this scenario. This could cost me 12 and 6, so 18 a lot to get everyone at pack level. So 18 gold. I think I've got that. 10, 3, 13, 16, 17, 18. I'm left with 4 gold. No dramas. Alright, let's spend 1 to go into the witch's hut. Let's put the black token on it. So it's visible. Can only do it once. And let's search the ability deck here. Not search, I guess it is the search 1, but it's the top. Water magic. +1 for spells from schools of water magic. Do I want that in my hand? When casting from the school of water, you can discard this card, then gain. So there's normally symbols at the bottom that have schools. I don't think I need this card. I don't have that much magic going on, do I? Ugh. I think we will discard it. I don't think it's worth keeping. I mean, for Magic Arrow, I don't have Magic Arrow in my hand. But I'm just thinking long term, because in the campaign, you do get to keep some of your ability cards. It seems like it's going to clog up my hand, though. Maybe let's keep it. I'm going to keep it. Could be a really bad decision. I'm going to spice things up here. I reckon we head down here. When you move through them, you still count this as visited. I'm not going to do... I don't think I'm going to do the trading post. Although, that's dangerous though, isn't it? That means I've only got 1. That's both my movement points, and I can't... No, that's dangerous. All right. I'm not going to risk it. Let's go to the obelisk. And we get to read our chapter from the mission book. So here we go. So we're going to read from the below part here. Your vanguard approaches and kneels before you, before reporting their findings. My queen, we have found traces of large army movements near these parts. Hundreds of footprints, it's a must. Show me. You stop him abruptly. The tracks lead to a lonely obelisk in the middle of grassland, but they suddenly cut off. Countless footprints from different creatures are visible, yet they all end here, unless... You reach your hand out to touch the stone. The solid surface looks perfectly firm, without even the tiniest crack, but your hand tells a different story. Rather than a cold stone surface, your hand just passes through the rock. Rally all the troops, you shout to the nearest soldier. We're all going in. Inside, you find yourself in a maze of dark, confusing tunnels which seem to stretch endlessly. After a few long hours of wandering in the narrow passages, the cave widens, showing an enormous space dimly lit by a group of torches. Under the ghastly clusters of stalactites, a neon castle stands. Around it swarms hordes of monsters, minotaurs, troglodytes, along with small ruffians and creatures whose names you cannot even remember, all gathered, waiting. While the shiver runs down your spine, you call out to your army to march forward. Alrighty. So as I say, you place your hero on the empty field of the starting dungeon tile, so that's that... you can't really see. It's a dungeon tile there, so empty field, assume, is that one there or that one there? What does it say here? On the empty field. There's 2 empty fields. There's one there, isn't there? Huh. I assume the empty field means there, without the boundary. Place 1 purple cube on every other field on the starting dungeon tile except for the town field. Okay, so the town's in the middle. Each purple cube represents a neutral army. The field difficulty of the encounter is equal to your main hero's level. Ooh, so they're all level 4s. I'm glad I haven't taken that other one. Add a few troglodytes unit to every combat encounter you face. After you defeat a neutral army, remove the purple faction cube from its field and place it on your hero's card. You cannot enter the town field until you have at least 2 purple faction cubes on your hero's card. When you capture the town, read the bad news comes in pairs section. Oh, so I've got to be 2 other fields. Okay. That's pretty nasty. Alright, so here we are. So the round's still clicking away. I assume I still have my movement point because it didn't say about spending a movement point to go there. So I assume it's just an automatic move. I've got 1 movement point left, but it's level 4. So I'm wondering if I stop my turn here and possibly even end this video here and leave you in suspense into the conclusion. And I think that's what I might do. So I'm going to save my turn, get my movement points back for the next turn. That's what's going to happen, but I'm going to leave them like this, leave you in suspense, because we're about to head into round 6 here. Ooh, 3 rounds to go, including this one. Can we do it? I think we can. But Solace come join me for the concluding final part 3. Hopefully coming soon as well. Once I get time to get around these things. But hope you're enjoying. Really appreciate you watching, and hope you enjoyed the game. I'm actually having a good time here. So I'm learning a lot from this game too. As doing this playthrough, it's good when you're trying to teach someone else or trying to explain things to other people. It forces me to learn things better as well. Alrighty, Solace, to crush your gaming thirst. Play solo.